Hey, what's up YouTube? I'm back again today with a different video, hence why I am in front of my wardrobe. Um, I don't know if you've ever seen, but on the About page on my YouTube channel, along with all the fitness stuff, I do say that I'll try and give kind of fashion tips and advice. Reason for that is two things. One, I think it's important to do so because whilst we go to the gym to get stronger or get bigger and we want to look our best and all those types of things, if you're outside the gym and you're not wearing the right clothes, wearing them properly, making it all look good and showing off what you've done in the gym, then what's the point going? I'm joking, obviously it's to be healthy, but there is also, a part of it where you want to look good, right? So, the other side is I'm like the fashion guy of our friend group, right? So a lot of the times when mates are going to big events or are going to dates, or I even helped one of my mates put together his entire suit for his wedding, they call me and ask me for advice. And I was with one of my mates the other day, and they said, "Yo, you say you kind of give fashion tips, so you haven't really done any videos on that yet. Why is that?" And I was like, "Well, basically, it's because obviously there's a couple really big names in the industry, right? Already, you've got Alpha M, Aaron Marino, you've got Teaching Men's Fashion, and you've got some other big names as well doing this type of thing. The only thing I thought that it's different is that obviously they're all quite a bit older." And I feel like sometimes their advice for people much younger isn't necessarily that applicable when it comes to, like, when they say they're getting ready for a party, or they're gonna have an outfit for a party. Their style of parties and what they're doing is not necessarily the same thing that us as like kind of teenagers, very early 20s are gonna go out and do. So therefore, I think sometimes maybe their outfits are going to be a bit more. Like we would dress differently for different occasions and things. So, and anyway, I thought it'd be fun to do these types of things, so hence why you're joining me in front of my wardrobe today. Okay, so with that said, today's video is going to be on how to style a shirt over a t-shirt. I thought I'd start with something reasonably basic. Why would we style a shirt over a t-shirt? Well, to start off with, it's layering, right? So when you layer stuff, you tend to make yourself be able to look a little bit bigger. Because of the amount of fabric, it kind of bulks up a little bit, makes you look a bit broader, look a little bit bigger. It's also quite nice to style a shirt over a t-shirt, especially in the summer. This is more of a summer kind of wear because it's lightweight. You can still layer, like obviously in winter you can layer with jackets, coats, jumpers, those types of things, but in summer that becomes quite a bit harder because it's way too hot, right? Even here in the UK. So a nice lightweight shirt over a t-shirt, and that's a great way to layer in the summer. Okay, so the first thing we're going to talk about, basically I'm just going to do some do's and don'ts, and then at the end of this video I've got some questions sent in from some of my mates, basically just questions on this, so hopefully those questions will answer your questions. If they don't, leave that down in the comments below. Okay, so to start off with, how should you wear the shirt over the t-shirt in terms of what do I do with it now? I've got it on, what do I do? So depending on where you're going is going to be dependent on what you're going to do with this, right? How you're going to close it and open it, basically. In my opinion, it's way more casual to keep it open, especially I think it looks better on younger people as well to keep it open. But if you are going to a more formal event, you have a couple of options, right? You either go the halfway, so you have it done up halfway, effectively. And this is nice because it still lets you see a big amount of the t-shirt underneath, especially if you're someone who's rocking a pattern. We will talk about more patterns and things like that later on in the video. Or if you're just wearing a block colour and you like the colour or the t-shirt, whatever you're doing, then it allows you to kind of see through and see what you're going on. The other option is to wear it mostly done up, so where you can still see a slither of the t-shirt up the top, but the rest of it is closed. And this is way more formal, and that's probably the one I would go with. If I was going to quite a formal event, I'd probably do it up most of the way, but then still have maybe like a t-shirt that's got a really cool design, so you can still see the top of that up here with the most of the shirt is closed. Okay, number 2 is going to be what should I do with the t-shirt, as in like what colours, what styles go with what. Now in my opinion, if you're wearing quite a blank coloured shirt like this type of shirt would be fine to wear a more patterned or a more cooler looking design t-shirt underneath. With these two together, this one open and showing this t-shirt underneath, as you can see, I don't know if you can see from that far away, it's got like a cool like palm leaf design over it. it makes this a really nice outfit. You can see all the cool patterns and things, but because this is a block colour, it doesn't take away from this having a pattern. Now, on the flip side of this, if you're wearing a t-shirt like this, which is a shirt like this, which is a flannel shirt, or a shirt with a different design, then you're not going to want to wear a t-shirt like this. Because of the pattern underneath, you're then going to be having way too many patterns. It's basically just going to be like overwhelming for the senses to look at, because this is all patterned up. You're going to have a really big, like, loads of patterns and things underneath with the t-shirt on as well. It's going to be too much to look at, and I think that they will kind of negatively impact each other when you wear them together. So what you want to go for is something like I am wearing now, just a plain black t-shirt, or even a plain white t-shirt under a nice red flannel looks really good as well. Just something that is, or you know, any other colour you want, just a block colour so that it doesn't affect the pattern that you're wearing on the shirt. Okay, number 3 is pretty damn simple. It's just going to be iron and clean it. I mean, the amount of times I've gone out with some of my mates and they have got wrinkles through their shirt, or, you know, they clearly have dropped something on it, or just make sure that you're presentable. Like that goes for pretty much anything you're wearing, but especially when you're trying to layer with stuff like this, you know, a shirt especially, pretty much any shirt, even if it's on a suit, it needs to be ironed, man, because shirts especially look bad. Bad when they're wrinkled, bad when they're not ironed, bad when you've got creases all the way through it. You need to make sure you clean it and iron it. Okay, so the next one is going to be the fit. We're going to look at the sleeves. We talked about how you might wear this open, closed, whatever. So now we're going to look at the sleeves. Now you've got 3 options for the sleeves. Number 1 is going to be having it all the way rolled down. This is more formal, especially if you're at a nice formal event. You know, with it done up, you probably want your sleeves rolled down a little bit. If you want to, you could roll them up to your forearm, and that allows people, especially people who are, you know, building muscle and things, they get to show off their forearms, which people who tend to do most exercise in the gym, your forearms get kind of built up a bit anyway. So it allows us to kind of show off our physique a little bit without giving away too much. And then your third option is to roll it up halfway up the bicep. Now I say halfway, I've seen way too many people roll it all the way up, so it's up here, like on their shoulder. And because it's gone so high, there's too much fabric and it's really bulked up around here. So don't do that. If you're gonna roll it up, just roll it up so it's just above kind of where the bicep starts, but don't go all the way up here. It looks terrible. The next thing to note is gonna be the collar and where it ends down here. So the collar should be nice and upright. It should not be falling down, looking rubbish, you know, all flopped over. It needs to be nice and upright and straight. I know some people have done videos in the past where they spray it with starch and then iron it, and that helps to keep it standing upright. Okay, so the next thing is the length. I have nicked a chair and I am now standing up and I feel really tall for once. It sucks being a short ass. Okay, so you're looking at where the t-shirt ends, right? And naturally, where the bit here is in your crotch, where that ends and splits off into the 2 pant legs, and where the top of the trouser is, or your hip, depending on where you want to use, the t-shirt should fall somewhere within that region, right? If it's too high up, if it's above there, it's going to look like a crop top, and if it's too down low, it's going to look like you're wearing a damn dress. Okay, so number 5 is going to be basically, don't wear this with a coat, a jacket, or a jumper, or something that's going to go over the top. As I said before, this is strictly a summer wear type thing. You know, maybe you can get away with it as it's coming into summer or as it's leaving summer, but you're not going to get away with this in the winter. It's too cold. T-shirt and stuff, if you throw jumpers and coats over them, they tend to get wrinkled up, and then when you take it off, everything's wrinkled and you wasted your time ironing it. Okay, number 6 is kind of looking again at how you should actually wear the t-shirt underneath the shirt. Now I know some people liked it when a t-shirt is too long to roll the sleeves of a t-shirt up as well to the middle of the bicep to make your arms look bigger and to give the t-shirt a better fit. The problem with this is when you do it with a shirt over it and you do it too high, you then again get too much fabric from the t-shirt and it bunches up under here and then makes this look all weird. If your shirt is fitted enough so that it makes your arms look a bit bigger, you're then going to have this weird band that goes around your arms and it just puts the shirt all out of whack. So I wouldn't do that at all. And yeah, that's definitely something you should look out for and don't do. Okay, so this is the end of the video now. I'm just going to go through some of the questions that some of my mates sent in and asked me, hence why I got the paper. And hopefully these may answer your questions as well. But as I said before, if this doesn't answer your questions, or you have anything else that you want to know, or you think maybe you got some cool like designs and ways to wear a shirt over a t-shirt, leave those in the comments below and I would love to hear it as well. Okay, so the first one is going to be how should I wear this on a night out. Now, in my opinion, if you're going on a night out, to me as a younger person, that tends to mean either you're going to a club or a house party. So if you're going to a club or a house party, these aren't particularly, you know, they're not very like oh, what's the word? It's not going to be a very posh event, right? So I would go for wearing it open, and I would roll the sleeves either to the halfway, so showing your forearm, or roll them up to the bicep. And I do also want to take this point to note as well. Obviously, you can get shirts with short sleeves, so they don't have all this fabric, they're just a short sleeve shirt, and I'd wear those going out as niles, because then you don't have to roll up as much, you don't have to sort that out. Okay, so the next one is, you know, how to wear this on a day out. Now again, this depends on where you're going. On a day out, if it's really hot, you might not want to wear the shirt underneath. Sorry, you might not want to wear the shirt over the t-shirt if it's a really hot day, and we're talking like ridiculously hot. So what I would do is I would go for a shirt with no pattern. I'd go for a t-shirt with a pattern, and then if you feel the need to take the shirt off, you can then have like a nice patterned t-shirt rather than the other way around, taking this off and then you're just wearing a black t-shirt. And number 3 was another question on fit, as in how should it fit across the chest and the body, and that's the last one I'm going to say. This one was quite easy, so effectively what you want is you want it kind of snug across the shoulders and the chest, not so tight that it's constricting you or pulling, because, and you know, especially with a shirt, if you've got it done up and it's pulling too much, it's too tight, the buttons will be, you can see it, the buttons will be pulling out. And no. But you want it nice, a little bit tight around the shoulders, snug, snug's the word, right? A little bit snug around the arms. 2, you want it loose in the body, so not so loose that there's like a massive like load of fabric, but you want it loose enough that it doesn't compact you in and constrict you all the way down, because that just looks terrible. You look like a packaged piece of meat. And yeah, that would be my opinion on how you should wear it in terms of the actual fit across everything. Okay, so hopefully that was helpful. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I will be doing more kind of fashion tips, videos and things like that of this nature, because I really enjoy doing it. I really enjoy helping people with their fashion. I feel like I'm reasonably good at it, hopefully. You guys can let me know, can't you? And yeah, so if you enjoyed this video, please leave a thumbs up and subscribe. And go and check out some of my other content as well. That's this, as I said, this is the first fashion video, so there's lots of fitness stuff on my channel and more to come. So hopefully, yeah, you guys have a nice day, and see you in the next one.